Greetings and salutations from beautiful Greenville, North Carolina. Burr, 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 burr. Welcome back to my channel. So, as you can see, the setup is very, very different, and we have a bunch of empty shelves that we will be filling over the coming weeks and months as we go along. But this is our new studio space, which is really just an extra room in my house. But really excited to be recording here. Hopefully we can level up the productions a little bit working out of this space. So it's been coming along for the past couple of weeks and really months, and finally I have something to show you guys. So we're all set up. But anyway, we're not here to talk about this room. We're here to talk about these three boxes sitting right here on the table that we're going to be unboxing, which is a pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store, as well as 2 Amazon boxes that I got from like some gift cards I had, some credit I had on my account. So I thought it would be fun to unbox them, open them up, do it all with you guys. So why don't we get into that? But before we do it, if you enjoy what you see on this channel, do me a favor, man, go ahead and click all those buttons, the like, the subscribe, you know, the notifications, all those good things. Let them know that you fogs with your boy the long way. But anyway, I'm not gonna ramble on too much. Let's go ahead and open up these boxes. So I think we're gonna start off with this smallest Amazon box first and foremost. And of course I have my tea right here to the side because, you know, I'm feeling a little throaty right now, and you know, tea always does the trick. So that's why you see that in the shot. But the long and short of it is, let's open this doggone box. I believe this is one of the easier boxes to open. You just pull it, I guess. They're encouraging you to rip it. And this is exactly what I thought it was gonna be. So, ooh, it's heavy too. So it's this Banpresto Armia wedding figure, which I picked up from Amazon for super cheap. I think it was like 13 bucks or something like that. So, you know, or maybe 15, but a real easy pickup. Like I always say, I hardly ever want the ones that are not in, I guess, like regular show accurate or manga accurate outfits. However, I did think this series was kind of cute. I don't know, maybe my otaku self is starting to take over my body. I don't know, but I decided I would go ahead and pick it up. So let's unbox this to see what we got. Okay, let's go ahead and open up this Armia wedding figure. Like I said, I got this from Amazon for, I don't know, like $15. I think the list price was $30, which is probably still too much. One thing I will say that this box felt pretty heavy when I picked it up. I was like surprised at the weight of it, so I'm interested to see what's inside of it, but we're gonna find out together. And of course, your standard prize figure box contents, little cardboard. So really, I think what is giving it so much of its weight is, let's get this stuff out the way. Okay. Really what's giving it so much of its weight is this dress piece. Like this bottom portion of the dress is really, really heavy. You hear that thunk when you drop it. The rest of the pieces are pretty light. So yeah, let's go ahead and open it up and see what's really good. Oh, forgot to mention, comes in your standard kind of prize figure packing. You know, your, what, 3-4 pieces or whatever. So yeah, just wanted to highlight that real quick. All right, we've got her head pieces, her arm pieces, her bottom pieces, and of course the base. I served the base. Now, starting with the base is super simple. There's literally nothing happening with this base. It is white. That is the best you're gonna get with this, which is fine. I would have liked a little bit of detail on it, maybe her name, maybe some little stars or something, I don't know. But anyway, we'll just attach her to her base like so. I believe this is the correct way to do it. You just pop it on the base like so, and then you can pop the little body pieces. Is that at a contour? I don't know. Okay, there we go. Pop that on, and then your arms. Slide the arms on, and boom, there she is. Pretty simple installation, pretty simple figure. Really great details around the bottom of the dress. I love that gradient tone. Not too bad for a prize figure. I think it gets away with a lot because of the arms having like gloves on them. It makes it look a little bit more intentional by design, which is really nice. Kind of taking a look at her face. Her face is solid. Not my favorite Armia face, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I do do like the blushing. It's something about the eyes or something with it. It's not quite right. Same thing with the hat. The hat's cool. I do like the translucent kind of bow coming off of it. And even taking a look at like the paint job itself, paint job's okay. It's okay. It's not too sloppy. I mean, obviously there's no real crazy shading or anything on it, but it's not too sloppy. I think probably the worst looking part of the paint is on the hat. I don't love the way this hat does. I don't like the finish on this particular hat. I don't think it really matches. I get what they were going for with the kind of matching up with the pink on the bottom of the dress, and I don't think the tones are quite accurate, and it stands out so much it doesn't really blend, in my opinion. Just from what I'm looking at, and you'll probably see from some of the B-roll close-up shots that we're doing, it doesn't blend, in my opinion, very well. I don't mind the look of the gloves. I think that blends pretty nicely, but I feel like the hat on the top is so stark and it just doesn't really blend with any of the other shades of pink on the dress. With that said, I do like the details and the wrinkles. I do like the details on the dress itself, like the little floral embroidery on it, the different embroidery sections. And even in the back, she has kind of like a corset design as well as like the pearls on her neck. I think all of those things are done well. I think her haircut looks great. It looks very Arima to me. I just think I have some issues with the face, and I very specifically do not like the paint on the hat, and then also on the right arm. You can really see the gapping in the seam there. Overall, not a bad prize figure, not a bad like $15 prize figure, I should say that. But maybe for the $30 they were asking for, I would just get a better Arima figure if I was going to be completely honest with you. Either way, she's cute. She's cute enough, I think, to go on my Oshinoko shelf or to go on one of the shelves in here with some other pieces. She's cute. Would I buy any more of the figures from the line based on this one? No, I probably would not. I had my eye on the Kana. After looking at this one and seeing it up close and putting it together, I believe I would probably pass on that, to be completely honest with you. I think it has a few too many flaws. I'm even looking at the connection on a torso, and I've got a few Banpresto figures, and this may be one of the worst ones I've gotten, which is a shame because this is a figure that I have a lot of, or a character I should say, that I have a lot of affinity for. So if I were to grade this one, I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. So yeah, skip this one if you're considering buying it, unless you get it at a really great price. $15 and you think it's cute, go right ahead. But the fact that it's not like a canon outfit, number one, and number two, there are just way too many like very obvious flaws with this figure. I can't recommend it at all. So yeah, nobody accused me of being the sharpest tool in the shed, and I definitely forgot to hit the record button on this particular section of the video. So instead of subjecting you to terrible audio like I normally do, I'm just gonna do a little voiceover of me pulling this Elaina, the Wandering Witch Tentol Elaina figure, which is like a mouthful to try to say. Anyway, we're gonna unbox it now. Okay, so I'm expecting better things from this Tentol Fig a la mode, or figure, yeah, Fig a la mode. So hopefully it will not disappoint me. I've always heard pretty good things about the Tentol line, and this is like my first time kind of foraying into it. Foraying? I can't pronounce words half the time. But yeah, this is my first time kind of dipping my toe into this from Furyu. So we're gonna see. Hopefully this one's a little bit better. I mean, it's already a little bit, better packaged at least than the Banpresto figure was. So let's see how they do Elaina here, if I ever get it out of the box. So she's coming in a blister pack, much like a scale figure or like a pop-up Parade or some of the more nicer kind of prize figures. I've got higher hopes for her. I have less hopes for myself here. Oh, and it's actually kind of cute that she comes with an extra faceplate here. See it? Do I have it upside down? And I feel like this is a faceplate that I would probably want to use for this figure. I just think the winking thing, the cheeky wink, is so cute. And she also comes with these little kind of, I guess it's like a whipped cream kind of thing. So nice little touch. I especially like this one because it's got the Fig a la mode thing on it. I don't know if you can see it from here, but you'll probably see it in the B-roll. So, we'll get to that when we do. Now, just kind of getting things open. Here is her base. which is a very simple kind of, I don't know, like a cup for a sundae or something like that. And then here is the Elaina. Now I'm noticing that there aren't any pegs to hold her down, and this is actually like a pretty small looking figure, in my opinion at least. A pretty small looking figure, especially for the price point, but kind of getting in there and taking a look at her, she is much better done. I see a few flaws, like a few molding flaws, I guess I would describe them as, but you know, overall she's looking pretty solid straight out the gate. I love how the hair is kind of, I don't know, it's like not quite translucent, but like not quite just plain white. Like it's got a little bit of something to it, like right in between like a translucent and like a white. And I mean, there's a little bit of color washing on it, not very much. You know, this is still kind of in that prize territory. Let's figure out how she's supposed to drop in here and be comfortable. Will that do it? And there's no pegs on it, so there's nothing to really like sit her in there and, you know, make her look like she's locked in there. But I feel like the fit is solid enough on it that, you know, she's not going to come out. And I wonder if you can, I mean, you could drop her in from just about any side of the cup. So I like having that option of like however you want to drop her in. The cup's pretty much the same on each side. It's not going to look awkward. Really cute figure. I don't have anything really negative to say about this figure. Like by now you're probably seeing some B-roll just to get like some up close of her. This one I got during one of those limited time deals from Amazon. So it was about $38 as opposed to its normal, I want to say like $55 price point. And I think at $38 it's really worth it, especially because Elaina is really cute. Now once again, this is one of those like non-manga show accurate, at least as far as I know, looks, because like I said, I've never read the manga. I mean, I've read the manga. I have a few volumes of it here, only 5 volumes of it, but it's actually really a light novel, and I haven't watched the anime. I thought Elaina was so cute and so sassy, and I think this is like a very fitting side mission for Elaina. But yeah, super duper cute figure. Like I said, I will probably put the secondary face on her, which is probably what you're going to see in the B-roll. But you know, let's see how easy it is to do that. I mean, I see that there is a seam right across, if we can get in focus, there's a seam right across the top, the front of her head there. So I'm assuming that you probably pop the hair off like most. Yep, that comes right off, and then you can slip the faceplate off. I wish I had an overhead shot. I was trying to do it, but I just did not like the way it looked. But yeah, pretty simple process, kind of like you would do with an Android or, you know, a scale figure. You basically pop the hair mold off, and then you pop the new face on, and then you pop the hair mold back on. But yeah, I think this like cheeky little smiling version of her is probably a little bit better suited for this particular look, in my humble opinion. I think she looks way cuter like this, so this is probably how she's gonna sit on my shelf next to my other Elaina figures. But yeah, this one I would probably give I'd give this a good 7.5 or 8 out of 10, if I'm being completely honest with you. I definitely think it could have been a little bit bigger, just slightly. I think she could be a little bit larger. She is very small, like feels action figure size, if I'm being completely honest with you. It's like you took a, you know, 6-inch scale, or maybe like if you are familiar with action figures, maybe like a McFarlane size figure, and put it in a cup, and that is your figure. So she is a little bit small to me, but I mean, I think that will work for some people, especially if you're like trying to fill like a bookshelf. You want to put something on that shelf in order to like fill some space or a decoration or whatever, show your love for like a character. I think this is the perfect like design and style. If you're looking for something for like a figure shelf, this one's a little small. This probably reminds me of like a desktop cutie, in my opinion. But overall, I think it's a pretty solid figure. Would definitely recommend it. 7, maybe 8 out of 10 if I'm feeling generous. And last but most certainly not least, another figure from the same series, one I've been waiting not that long for. I feel like I pre-ordered it maybe like a couple of months ago. So like right around the time I started getting into figures, right around the time that I actually discovered this character, and I thought she was like super cute. But yeah, I got this one from Big Bad Toy Store, and it just arrived, I want to say on Thursday, which was maybe like 2 or 3 days ago from when I'm recording this video at least. And you know what? As much as I wanted to open this, as soon as I got it, I waited until I was able to do it for you guys instead of going ahead and hopping down on it, even though I was thirsty. which I was saying in the previous section that I recorded but did not do the audio for, or I didn't record audio for. I'm going to be doing a video where I show some figures that I opened that I just was like too thirsty to wait to do. Oh, that's packed really, really well. But yeah, I was too thirsty to wait for. And so I'm going to just show you all those different figures. But this one is going to be the Journey of Elaina large pop-up parade, which I'm super excited about, because I've never had one of the bigger pop-up parades. I know this is like a relatively new part of the pop-up parade line, and it's a figure that I really enjoy, a character that I really enjoy. I have read a bit of the manga, and I just think Elaina is so cute and so sassy. She's a sassy little witch. So let's go ahead and unbox this one. I'm really excited to see this in person. I've actually been looking at this one for quite a while. It's probably one of the things that inspired me to go ahead and pick up the manga, because I'm just one of those people that's a little weird about collecting figures of characters that I don't really know. Not that I'm like super opposed to it or I'm judgy about it, just more so for me, I want to have some type of connection with the source material before I invest in characters from it. So, you know, I'm sure that will change as my collecting habits, you know, grow and change. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how this looks. So this is the grand reveal for both of us. And just a little side note, like, I think Pop-Up Parade, and it comes in, you know, blister pack, a little bit larger. It was actually significantly larger than a regular Pop-Up Parade. But I think Pop-Up Parade is a really great line to get into, especially when you first start collecting. Like, I want to say my first couple of figures were like Banpresto figures and Pop-Up Parade figures. I'm a little bit of a snob when it comes to things that I buy, I'm not gonna lie. But like, I'm not one of those people that's like opposed to prize figures for some reason. So let's get her out of her container here. Come on, girl. You are really in there. Okay, there we go. So that we got the top off. So I have a thing for the Elaina figures specifically that have her on her broom. Now, this is a little bit different than it looks in the photos, and I was a little worried about how they would execute this, because in the photos or the solicitations of this was actually just like a rod, like a metal rod. So this seems like it might be a little bit more secure, but we're gonna find out once we put it on the base. And then of course we have the base, just a simple smoky translucent, so almost black, which is quite frankly a little bit disappointing. And we have the figure itself, which is what we're here for. Now, I will say that the figure honestly looks a whole lot better in person than it did in the solicitations. I was honestly a little bit nervous about buying this figure, and I went ahead with it, but she looks really cute in person. I think they really captured her face very, very well. This is a good looking figure, man. This is a good looking figure. Okay, I see you. And she's a really great size. I will probably do B-roll just to kind of compare her to like a scale. Oh, and that fits really nicely on the broom, and it feels secure. Like, I don't feel like she's gonna fall off. Looks really good, like a really cute pose. And probably the main reason why I really wanted this specific figure. Look at them cakes, fully dressed, still get them cakes, but super cute. Would I have preferred for her to be in her robes? Yes. Would I have preferred for her to have her little mage's boots on? Yes. But am I happy to have this, like, I guess maybe kind of summer dress looking figure? Yes, because she is super cute. I love the size. Not really seeing too much crazy going on with the paint job. Like, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty even. Some nice details right along the bottom. I think they could have like done a little bit more to make the feet pop. Maybe they could have like painted her toes. I mean, this isn't, as far as I know, this isn't like a canon look, or maybe it is. I just haven't quite gotten to it yet, but I would have really liked to see maybe a little bit of paint on the toes. I think that would have been like a nice touch. But yeah, her hair looks good. There's like a little bit of gradient going. It's going from like that gradient white to blue, with a little bit of washing on it. I think this is like the most kind of shading that you get on this figure because everything else is pretty much flat. Don't hate that though. Looks, you know, perfectly fine. I'm not mad at it. Shoes look like a pretty good detailed sculpt. Looks super cute, super summery. Love the broom. The broom also has a little bit of washing at the end of the broom. I think they could have done a little bit of a better job of like giving a little bit of definition to the broom. Like if I were to compare this to the Taito Amp Plus, which I picked up, is one we're going to talk about and ones that I unboxed off camera. The broom detail is really nice. This one just looks like a glob of things. So this could have definitely been a little bit better, but I think the front part of the broom looks really good. I love this right here and it matches her dress very well. So really, really, really cute figure. Really overall pretty satisfied with it. I think the Pop-Up Parade large line is going to be like a pretty big game changer, getting you really, really close to like, you know, a 1/8 or 1/7 scale. And I actually really like the 1/7 scale figures. I don't know if I'm going to get too much in a 1/4. I mean, if I find a 1/4 scale that I really, really like, maybe I will pick it up. I guess it's got to be like a really good Armia or something like that. But like for me, I feel like a 1/4 scale might be a little bit too big for my taste. I'm not knocking anybody else, just for my taste. 1/4 scale is too much. 1/7 scale is like the sweet spot. And I think this is like really approaching kind of that size and getting relatively close to that detail, at least for like, say like a Katakawa one or something like that, you know, a little bit of washing here and there, a little bit of shading here and there. But yeah, this is getting real close to that. And it's on average, what, like 50-60 bucks, you know, so really good price on these. But yeah, super cute figure. Very, very happy with it. If I were to rate it on the scale, I would probably put this one 8.5, maybe 9. And this is me grading it on the scale of the price point and, you know, what they're trying to achieve with it. Like it's, you know, it's not like a scale figure. It's not going to replace your scale figure, but it is still a really fairly well executed. I keep looking at the end of this broom and I'm like, we could have got a better sculpt for this part. This does not look like a broom at all. It looks like smoke or something. I don't know what they were going for with this, but I think other than this, they did a great job on Elaina herself. She looks really good. And I mean, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 for them cakes in the back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about when I say cakes. I would definitely recommend it for the price point. I would recommend it to you. All right, so there we have it. All the girls laid out, looking really good. Definitely would pass on this one though if you run across it, unless you get it for stupid cheap. But overall, let me know what you thought. Like what were your favorites? Maybe you like this one a little bit better than I did. Of course, this is gonna probably be my favorite, though the Alamo figure is pretty doggone good. Definitely want to get an Elaina scale sometime in the near future. Anyway, if you enjoyed this or any of my other content, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button. Let me know that you fox with your boy the long way, you feel me? Anyway, are you enjoying the room? Do you like the new space? Let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you want to see in this room. What kind of figures you want to see in here? What type of manga you want to recommend that I read? Got a few posters that I'm planning on buying. Matter of fact, when we do the next video, I'll probably have a different poster or a new poster behind me. I just got one in the mail today and just hadn't had a chance to like lay it out so it can, you know, stretch out and then I can, you know, put it on the wall. But super excited about that. But anyway, man, thank you so much for watching, taking the time to watch my videos. I'm still learning and growing as I go along. Hopefully this new space will create a better presentation for you guys and make you want to stick around and watch these videos for many years to come. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, roadmap, as we talk about at the end of the video, I am still working on that anime review. I haven't really been satisfied with the versions of the script that I've been doing because I really kind of want to dig in and like not just summarize it, but like kind of talk about the themes and, you know, kind of what I thought about it, like from a more critical standpoint, which is like how I've always wanted to do like anime reviews. So with that said, it may take me a little bit longer to get around to that, but like anybody that's here for anime reviews, like know that I have something coming for you in the future. I'm just trying to get a little bit better at making them because I feel like you can get a summary from anywhere and I want you to come here and really maybe find something or get something out of it that you feel like you can't get anywhere else, or at least you're not getting very many places other than talking about like anime that maybe you're not that familiar with or whatever. So working on that, really trying to refine that, but in between time there will be obviously the January pickups coming out soon because we're getting towards the end of January. I mean, I have a few more books to pick up, so that's why I haven't started recording that yet, but we got January pickups coming up soon. We should have we should be doing a new manga hunting video here in the next week. It won't be coming out in the next week. We'll just be filming it in the next week. And I have a few other kind of things like the figures that I have unboxed off camera that I want to talk about. I also want to start doing more reading log type stuff because this room has kind of allowed me to build like a little, or not build, but like set up kind of a little reading nook. So I have a comfortable place I could sit in for a long period of time and like read manga. So I want to start doing some reading logs as well, like just so you can kind of see what I'm reading and also see the fact that I am like reading a lot of these books that I'm picking up. A lot of it is just like having time to do it. So I've just been taking out like a day every day, taking out, an hour or two every day and just trying to like read through my backlog. If it's one book, two books, like whatever I feel comfortable doing, I've been reading, and I've read some really great stories that I want to talk to you guys about. So you're going to see more actually reading my manga content coming up too. So I'm excited about like where we're taking the channel. Obviously, if you have any recommendations for any manga you want me to read or any shows you want me to check out, like leave them down in the comments. But anyway, more content coming. I've been dropping a video every week for the last like 2 months. So we are on an impeccable streak, though the last couple of videos did not do that well in the algorithm, but that's okay, man. This is a long game. It's a long game. Eventually people will find it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And as always say, let's talk about the things we like, the things that we don't, and everything in between. And until next time, peace.